Castle Street, Bristol, named after the mighty castle that stood here until Cromwell ordered its demolition in 1654. Before the Second World War, the street stretched beyond the church to High Street and was Bristol's principal shopping thoroughfare. But on 25th of November 1940, the city suffered its first air raid. For 6 hours, incendiaries and high explosives razed a quarter of the medieval city to smoking ruins. Wine Street, Mary Laporte Street, and Castle Street, where generations of Bristolians had shopped, were in ruins. Centuries of history had been wiped out. In that one night, 200 shops were reduced to just 4. Yet, from the smoking ruins, the ancient towers of St. Peter's and St. Mary Laporte still stood, as if in defiance against the Luftwaffe. The scarred sites languished as car parks, until Castle Park was created in 1978. It's a welcome patch of greenery in the heart of the city, embellished with art features and some historical remnants. A popular lunchtime venue for office workers, keen to top up their tans in the spring sunshine. Bristol hastily replaced its lost shops. Broadmead was designed soon after the war, too soon perhaps. The council insisted on unified heights and material, Bath stone. On each floor, every window had to align. The result is no variety, just straight corridor streets with dismal service courts behind. The buildings lack depth. They're all a bit two-dimensional. Broadmead was conceived as traffic-free from the outset, but traders were horrified at the prospect of customers not being allowed to park outside their shops. So it wasn't until the early 1970s that traffic was excluded. But among the 145 shop units, some historical buildings survive. Wesley's New Room, the world cradle of Methodism. And next door, the lower arcade of 1828, the upper one lost in the Blitz. Here's a Dominican friary in the middle of one of those service areas, and a 300-year-old almshouse grafted on to a postmodernist shopping centre, the Galleries, built in the late 1980s. There's a facade of an 18th century coaching inn, the Greyhound, and close by, an Art Deco Odeon cinema. So what's next for this area? Well, £500 million is being spent on a shopping extension eastwards. Lofty tower cranes now compete with those medieval church towers on the skyline. And lessons have been learned. At Newgate, the Galleries chose to overlook Castle Park with their car park. But along the road at Broadmead, new apartments will enjoy the leafy views. So Bristol continually adapts and reinvents itself, just as it has done for the last 1,000 years.